as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Huskies of Orlando.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a 1st down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On the jump. Come on. Let's go.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
76, ready.
Richardson. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Richardson looking to throw.
Looking for Austin, intercepted.
And the Jags will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Hey, tomato.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Lawrence. And it is caught. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Jaguars 7. Huskies nothing. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Now it's Richardson. The toss here completed to Pittman.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He'll be brought down to the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal. Go.
And Richardson back to throw it. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Come on. Hit. 60 by 6. Ready.
Richardson working from the gun. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Ready.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
4 yards. It's 4th and goal.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Here we go. Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panther 11.
Going for it on 4th. Richardson.
That's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Warren from 3 yards out. And the Huskies take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Pretty good coverage by the kick team, as they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
7-7, our score after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Lion!
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Hunter with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Buffalo 18. Buffalo 80. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Now Richardson.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Joshua Hines-Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful with this one. What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch out and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to Tootin.
Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. In motion right is Thomas.
Now fake on the jet sweep, and then instead run up the middle.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's go.
Lawrence on the sneak.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Richardson looking to throw this. Open man, the tight end Warren. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
A gain of 3, second down.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, Lion.
Now Lawrence to throw. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
We go from sorry inside ready to grab up and get to the front. I want the money, the bag, the food at the bag, the currency stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have the things that we lack in my breath. So what do we lack?
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8.
All right, here we go. Rip, 23. Here we go.
Here's a give up the middle. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On red. Hey, think right open. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
All right, let's go. So go. Red.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now he's able to break to 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hey, run!
Here's Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's into the clear again. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Hey, go!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Caught it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
Easy.
Here we go on fourth down. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand.
Okay, ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warriors 70. Cup 19, Cup 19.
From his own end zone, it's Richardson.
Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
14-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
I got it. Hey, touch.
Richardson. A short one there, caught by Warren.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2. 60 Eagles, 60 Viking 18.
Off play action, Richardson. This one into the hands of Will Mallory.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Final minute now of the third quarter.
First down.
Let's go
First
now.
and 10 at the 44-yard
Cowboy
line.
80. 70 Lions. Dragon 60. Cuddy.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Trayvon Walker.
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
18, 5 in.
Richardson looking to throw. That is caught. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown!
Alec Pierce.
62 yards.
And the Huskies are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, that's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half.
2nd and 7.
Hey.
Lawrence will throw. That is caught by Hunter. There he goes again.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Hunter.
62 yards.
And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Come on.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll find Tanner. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Viking 18.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Has intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Antonio Johnson. And the Jags are going to take over
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use...
There he goes, left side. And all the way down to the 26. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, this.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Najee Harris, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24.
He is 14. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
second down. They'll run it here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they will take a knee here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here we go.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Hey, kill.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence.
That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Hey, go!
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Back to throw, Lawrence. And to find the open man, that's complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And the Jaguar first down.
Hey, Lion. Done. Here we go, son.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards.